If you're selling on Amazon and somebody is using your trademark, you might need to file a trademark infringement report to take them down. My name is Stephen Pope, and this is the My Amazon Guy Show. So if you don't have a trademark yet, before you watch this video, you need to go file for one. We do offer that as a service over at myamazonguy.com. We will file your trademark and get you completely registered, so that way you can get brand registry on Amazon. So this video is assuming you already have a trademark and you've come across a listing that is violating your trademark. So what this does not do is get somebody in your distribution network off your listing. Although technically you can use this method to make them go away, it's not necessarily foolproof or guaranteed to make that happen. What this is mostly used for is for a trademark infringement of somebody using your brand name on another ASIN that you're not selling on. That's the main purpose of this tool. To get here, go to amazon.com/report/infringement. You do have to log in, and you can use your same Seller Central login. And on here, they give some information about what you can or can't report. We file these infrequently. It's not something we like to file. There is some legal ramifications of filing these. So if you were to file this report of another seller or another seller's ASIN and they contested it, they could take you to court. You could have a legal battle. So one of the things you should not do is if you're selling an item in, say, the beauty category, and you have somebody who's selling in, music CDs, and they've got the same brand name or author name, you can't report them because that's not a trademark infringement, technically. A trademark infringement would be select to your trademark category. So if you sold men's supplements and you had a trademark for something in men's supplements and somebody else in men's supplements also had used your trademark in a bullet point or title or description, that's what this is for. If you're uncertain what your trademark category is, you can go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office or uspto.gov and search for your trademark. So basic word mark search. So this is a trademark that I own for Momster, and you can see some information on this and what the serial number is, and that good stuff. Apparently, it doesn't show the category that it's filed for. It says goods and services there. Okay, here we go. Drinkware. That's actually, they do. I apologize. So if you're wondering where your trademark category is, let's say maybe a lawyer filed it for you for 3 years ago and you don't know, just go look it up, and you can see under this second bullet here what category you're in. So again, this is to take down somebody else's listing in your category that infringes on your legal trademark. So that's the preface. Here's the actual tutorial. So typically speaking, you're going to be the rights owner. If you are filing this on behalf of another company, let's say you're an agency or a consultant helping somebody, you could technically file as agent. We as an agency usually just do rights owner anyway. There are options here: copyright, trademark, patent, other. The number one that we use is copyright. If you have a patent, you could select that, but trademark's the typical go-to. Copyright would be used for something like text, photos, stuff like that. So like, let's say another listing ripped off your photos, you could use that. But the trademark one is when they use your word mark typically, or your symbol or design that identifies your product. So if somebody in China starts hijacking or duplicates a listing and sells a lookalike product, that would be a good candidate for that. So the most important thing you do to get correct when you file this report is select how they're violating it and how you want to report them. So the specific concern: detail page is unlawfully using my trademark. This is the most common item. You're not going to typically get like somebody ripping off your packaging. And the counterfeit one, this is when somebody's selling on your own ASIN and they're selling a counterfeit good, or they've hijacked your listing. That's when I would select the counterfeit one. So let's assume the detail page for now. Select the name of the brand. You can type that in there. Say, yes, it's registered. The registered trademark number goes here. And if you can't find that, go look it up on the USPTO. You can see here's the serial number. That's not what they're looking for. The registration number is what they're looking for, and that's what you'll copy over to this location. In the additional information, you need to be very concise, but also very clear on what they're violating. So for example, let's say it's in their bullet points. hi, this ASIN is violating my trademark because they use my trademark in their third bullet point. Notice how specific I'm being there, and then quote it, and then copy and paste third bullet in there. And as you can clearly see, this violates my trademark name of XYZ, right? And fill that in. Now, here's the next critical step. You must get this one correct. I have seen countless clients or brands accidentally report themselves. And this is the step where they get it wrong. And it takes a month to fix this sometimes. Very, very bad stuff. So I'm going to go find a random product on Amazon. So first thing that I see here on the homepage, looks like they're not pushing any particular product goods right now because they don't want to sell things due to COVID. So let's just type in apple slicer, see what comes up. We're just going to take a random product here and we're going to grab an ASIN. Okay, and I'm not reporting this. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So this, when you type that ASIN in, pulls up the product in question. Now the scope, and again, this is the critical step that you do not mess up, the scope. You want to select either the ASIN or, well, it looks like I was looking for the seller. Maybe because these guys don't have multiple sellers. I think that's why. So let's go find a listing that has multiple sellers, and let's try that again. Because what I'm expecting to see there, so this one has 2 sellers, so I can go here. By the way, I'm using DS Quick View to see who's selling on something at the search page level. All right, so let's remove this one, and I do not see specific sellers. So that's really interesting. They may have changed this since I last filed one. But basically, on that scope, we're typically trying to report either the ASIN, which is selling with our trademark on it, which is most common, or the second way is a specific seller is using it on your own detail page, and you want to only remove the seller and not the ASIN. So perhaps maybe they added in the counterfeit goods. So let's go select counterfeit. And there we go. Do you see how that changed on the scope specific sellers? I think that's what they did. They updated this so counterfeit is how you would select the specific seller. And I think they probably updated that because we had countless dozens and dozens of people are making the mistake of self-reporting their own product instead of a specific seller. So now that's the drop down for trademark, counterfeit good, and that's when you want to select a specific seller. So notice when I click specific seller, you can decide, hey, let's say I'm Commerce Planet. I'm not. And then let's say the guy I want to report is Home Universe. I'm going to select only Home Universe. And then the idea here is these guys are selling a counterfeit good. Don't remove my ASIN, remove the seller from selling it. And that's going to cause a violation on their account. Now, the next part, you're going to fill out your contact details. You do want to say you're a seller on Amazon. Put your information in here. And then at this last part, you can decide what information is visible to the other seller. So if you don't want your personal email or your personal business one coming out publicly to the guy you're reporting, you could create a special email address. You could even make a fake Gmail one where it's just like legal complaints for brand XYZ at gmail.com. And that way they don't get your public details. But typically speaking, it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and put your regular email address down, because if you report somebody and they are going to take action against you, you're going to want to be able to communicate with them and give them your information. You also might make a mistake. Let's say you're a big company and you got a big distribution network and you report somebody, but you want to release that report at a later point. If they don't have your contact details or easy way to get a hold of you, that could cause a problem. So once you fill out this information and you click on these checkboxes, and what it's going to do is it's next going to send you a code to your email address. You're going to grab that code, come back to this page and put it in. That's going to allow you to finally hit that submit button. That code's just like a 2-step authorization, nothing unusual with that. From there, Amazon's infringement team will typically do one of two things. Either within 48 hours, you're going to see them take immediate action, or you're going to see 2 weeks go by with no comment or reference back. And typically, if it's taking longer, it's not going to work. And if it takes a short time, it is going to work. So What I recommend doing is file it once a week, no more than once a week on a specific violation, and keep filing it until they take action. On average, we typically see it takes 3 attempts to get Amazon to take action. And each time you report them, I recommend you change up your description just a little bit. I think being factual is the most important thing you do. So be very clear on how they're violating your trademark. Be very clear on why they're a counterfeit good. If you have somebody that's hijacked your own listing, try and order their own product. Get copies of their order ID, all that good stuff, so you can give Amazon enough details to go after these guys to report them. And they will. Amazon takes this stuff very seriously, but they're inundated with these requests. So make their job easy by giving them clear and concise information and fill out this report form correctly. This is the best method to get counterfeit goods taken down. It is the best method to get trademark violations on competitor listings that are using your trademark language. There is not a special way to expedite this process. A year ago, it used to be an email address, but in 2020, today's April 6th when I shot this video, this is the best method currently. There's not a way to get them to move quickly. There's no special hotline, no phone number, nothing. This is the best method to do this. And so if you have any trouble when you're doing this, go over to myamazonguy.com. If you need to file a new trademark, we do offer that as a service. You can see here, start your registration process. We have all the information that you need to know about to file a trademark. It's all on this page. If you have a question about trademarks or anything with Amazon Seller Central, do leave a comment on our video. We do shoot videos based on customer feedback on what you guys need to know about to increase your sales on Amazon, or how to get around some tutorials and good information like that. So thanks for watching the My Amazon Guy show, and we appreciate that. Subscribe as well as a comment on our video for what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks so much.